The James Well Radio Show.
Whoa! Hello, lovely to see you. Welcome to the show. Here we are, Britain's only live late-night TV show. The phone number for you to ring, and tonight is a programme where you can call about anything you like. We're talking about sex, bugs, and rock and roll. The number coming up on the screen, there it is, OK? 0532 46 1000. Could I... No, just sorry about that, OK? One of the dream girls, thank you very much indeed.
Is she dressed?
We're so rushed tonight. We've got live music coming on all over the place. We've got interesting people to talk to. But I must give you a warning, first of all, that if you are easily offended or upset, then I would like... Oh, no, don't start doing this. What? Look, OK, I'm sorry about this.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you very much indeed, yes. No, no, no,
my goodness.
Oh, my... Give me that, for goodness... Give me those. Never mind what they are. This is not what I really... Of course, Wogan gets his legs... I'm sorry about that. When I come off air, expect a bollocking, whoever decided to do that, probably over there in that corner. Tonight's programme is a little risque. We're going to shoot all over the place, are we? And if you are easily upset or offended, I do suggest that you turn off now. But my first guest, over this way, is Anne Cummings. Anne is a lady of mature years.
Very mature, 73 to be precise.
Well, 73, very good. Suzi Quatro, of course, who is here because I love her madly and doesn't actually have anything to plug. And I thought it'd be nice to
Isn't that nice?
It would be nice to have somebody on a show.
Just to be a person.
Yeah,
I'm just a person tonight.
Now,
You can call me.
let me introduce you to Anne.
Okay.
Because Anne has written a book.
Actually, I met her in the makeup room.
You did, didn't you? Called The Love Quest.
Yes, we did.
And Anne has bonked her way across the world. Is that right? And you're not afraid to admit it?
Not afraid at all. In fact, I am out here to recommend that people enjoy sex instead of making it into something which is full of guilt and shame and anguish
what a shame.
and so on.
Yeah.
I say up with sex.
Yeah.
Up with sex. That's what
Carry on, because being a live show, being Britain's only late-night live
What
show...
are you doing now?
Your microphone is broken, so I'm just going to come over here, and I'm going to take this off and interview you with this, all right? While we get a mic fixed up. Now, I have read the book. I can't actually read bits of the book out because it's incredibly explicit, isn't it?
It is very explicit indeed. I decided that let us have it like real life is, and real life is explicit.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah. OK, I can see this is going to really annoy me. Real life is explicit. Could you hold that?
Yes, I'll
No, fine. OK, real life is explicit.
Yes.
Tell everybody about your trip on the train and what happened. Just tell them what I
you
do.
like that one?
Yes, I like that one.
Yes.
Try and keep the 3- and 4-letter words out, but yes. OK, fine. Yeah.
3-letter words.
Never mind. Carry on.
It may surprise you to know that once upon a time, we used to go to Baghdad for fun.
Yeah.
I mean, just as I'm a great traveller. And so I went on a long train journey, 3 days, 4 nights, in the train from Istanbul to Baghdad. Well, you have to while away the time somehow on a long journey
so
like that.
I'm interested now, yes.
And I was alone in a carriage with 5 men. Well, now, there's only one way to protect yourself from 5 men.
Is you don't?
No, you choose one of them.
Oh, right, choose one. Right.
And that one,
Yeah.
that one
Yeah.
keeps you for himself.
Yeah.
And protects you from the other gentlemen.
This was in the day before AIDS, but you had sexually transmitted diseases, haven't you? I read
Yeah, well, of course we did. And we didn't even have penicillin. When I was a girl, penicillin hadn't been invented. So we did have the worry of syphilis. But it was not.
So would it have been a killer back then?
No.
No.
See,
Did you-
it was
you had
not
syphilis, didn't
equated
you?
to death. No,
You had it?
no, I never had syphilis.
Oh.
But
Crabs?
That's disgusting.
No, I
Did you?
said the book.
Did you?
I have had crabs and I have had gonorrhea.
Yes.
But I mean, it was worth it.
Of course. Listen, at home...
I don't think AIDS people are saying that, are they?
Don't you try this at
It's not
home,
worth it.
all right? Don't you try this at
Oh.
home.
Goodness me.
You, at 41 or 42, you first discovered the joys of
Well, I was a
masturbation.
bit, yes.
At what age?
I think I was even older.
Why so late?
Well, I didn't need it. I had plenty of gentlemen to do it for me.
I'm shocked.
Didn't
Aren't
need
you
it.
shocked?
Well, I am. It's not a thing I normally
What age
talk
did you
about.
discover that, James?
Yes. Excuse me, just one
I
minute.
had-
They're holding up a blank sheet of paper. What am I supposed to do with that?
Yes.
Parrot. Oh, well, we're getting to that. Sorry.
We didn't get his answer to his question.
No, can we get the answer to that one first?
I would like to know when you first discovered masturbation.
I think,
When you first discovered.
11, I think.
11.
11,
There
yeah,
you have
yeah.
it, folks. You heard it
Yeah.
first on the James Whale Show.
Well, I was a middle-aged lady because I just never needed to discover it before. I had had a very full sex life
Yeah.
from
So why did you need to discover it at 41
So why
then?
did I need to discover
But why
it?
did you discover it then?
Okay, can we, just before we, I just want to
Oh,
get this in.
sorry.
When you were on the train,
Yes.
I
yes,
think
I'm
you
sorry.
actually were
Back
having
on the
sex
train.
with this guy.
That's
With a
right.
parrot on the luggage department.
He was travelling with his parrot, and the parrot had a passport
Yeah.
in order to go from one country to another.
Yes.
And I think I made a rather witticism in the book, comparing two parrots, shall we say, his parrot and the other parrot in the cage.
Absolutely
see.
disgusting.
I got it. I got
We'll
the drift.
we'll come back and we'll
Got the
find out
drift, yeah.
more about Anne's book a little later on because Susie's interested now. Wants to
Yeah,
find out more about it. But first, a little music, some rock and roll on the show. This is the new video from Texas.
Scared what I find.
This is absolutely... I don't know why we're standing out here, to be quite honest, because it's a pretty stupid idea. To
Come
be
out, my lovelies. Come on.
I'm sorry about this.
Come on.
Roland Rivron is one of my guests on the show tonight. Roland has, for many years, been an avid fly spotter. And...
Up. Come on. Oh.
you missed it, Roland.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
How long... You got into this, didn't you, when you were conservation mad, really, I suppose?
Yeah, it was about 15, 20 years. I've been... Oh,
No,
I know,
you missed it again.
I know
You missed it again.
Hercule. I know
You missed
Hercule
it
is
again.
in there.
Yeah.
Come out, you bastard. Come on. But thanks for the bait, Jim, by the way.
Yeah, that's
thanks
okay.
for the bait.
It's all right. It's steaming a little, isn't it?
Yeah, usually it gets them.
No good at all.
Uh,
You've ringed a couple, haven't you?
I've ringed a couple, but I'll tell you about that later. I think, why don't we use a camera script? I think that's going to get more flies going.
Yeah. How's that? No,
Come on.
no.
Ah,
Of course,
No.
Bill Oddie wanted to take this up, didn't he, really?
yeah.
But he wasn't any good at it.
I don't think he's got the right height for it.
No?
It's quite a height thing, fly spotting.
Yeah. And fly fishing, of course, like this, it's all in the wrist, isn't it?
Yes, in a way. You know, to the trained eye, fly fishing, fly spotting. Yeah, it's sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Have another go, because he might get it this time. It's just down...
No. I'll come in and watch the show. There'll be thousands of them.
Yeah, OK. Stuff that, then, because it's getting a bit wet. Yeah.
It's far too wet. It's
Yeah.
too wet for flies.
Yeah. Well, that's a problem. When you got wet, you haven't got flies, have you?
You're not wet with flies?
No. It's a problem doing a live show. Right, I'll carry on now, all right? A little live music. This is the first time on British television for this band, and I can't read a thing on here because it's all run, but never mind. Kiss of the Gypsy and Light of Day, yeah!
The happy pig likes to root about in the soft earth with his pink nose, eager, expectant, watchful.
Oink, oink. How about a bit of juicy swill?
Here, Piggy Wiggy, lots of lovely wolf slops just for you.
In full bloom, the delicate rose unfolds its velvet petals. Fragrance abounds, vibrant, aromatic, thorny.
Come, fuzzy bee, and taste my pearly nectar. Feel my soft petals against your tiny cheeks.
Buzz, hold still, sweet scented beauty, and let my long tongue probe your honey hole.
Yeah, lovely. Welcome back. Welcome back to the programme. May I just say that that was a piece from the book on Cocky Army, which was... We used that for it, actually. Thank you very much indeed to a viewer for sending it in. Burton Silver... Have you got a problem? Just shut it, will you, please? For goodness sake. Not on Wogan now. Burton Silver here has written several books. One is this Cocky Army. Roland, please meet...
It's actually hawky gummy. You open your mouth as though it's about to receive an orange and a banana, I should say, and you go hawky gummy.
Hawky Army. Hawky Army. Well, can you explain what it is? I mean,
Well,
briefly,
it's a book of cutouts for the male member, the tumescent male member, and it's sweeping the world. It's become enormously popular.
Yeah.
And it allows the male and the female to relate to the tumescent organ with one of these things on in an entirely different way.
Yeah. Now, I know you haven't really come to talk about this because this is obviously something that's very private, but you're having a little trouble. I believe somebody's suing you over this.
Someone is suing for loss of enjoyment because they were wearing the flower. Some man in Birmingham was wearing the flower in a garden with his wife, and unfortunately there was a bumblebee present at the same time.
Yeah. I think we should explain, because people might not know, when you buy this, it's a little like Blue Peter. Can we get this over here? You see that? You cut them out, don't you?
You do.
And you need two of you to play this game, really.
Well, no, you can play it in front of a mirror on your own. You can stand there, and the moth, I mean, there's a beautiful moth here. I'll just show you this wonderful
Sorry about this, Roland. We'll be back.
I mean, look at that. I mean, and that on the male organ, it just silken, just flutters beautifully. It is absolutely lovely. And you can stand in front of a mirror. You don't need a partner. Of course, it's better with a partner.
You don't have any flies, do you?
Well,
no. Well, we're going to get on to birds. Actually,
that would look stupid, wouldn't it, if you had your knob there and then a fly in front of it?
It's a fly in front of mine.
There is a fly in front of most knobs, as you can think about it anyway.
I'm going to take these back.
Yeah, are they no good?
I can't see a fuck.
No. Bird shit.
Well,
what bird did this? This is
a book called What Bird Did That. It's not actually bird shit. You see, you've got to understand that birds do the liquidy bits and the solidy bits at the same time, and that's what makes an amazing bird. I mean, it's called splays, and in this book you can see that there are the most wonderful... Can we get that on a camera? Can we see that? I just hold that up there. Look, we've got the coot and we've got the lapwing.
So when you go round spotting the bird, and they're not... Shit is not the technical term, is it?
It's not known. It's ornithological dejecta.
Ornithological dejecta.
You're screaming down the motorway and suddenly splat right in front of you, right in front of your eyes, right there, just a few inches away, is this wonderful, beautiful splay. And by looking at it, you can tell so much about what the bird's been eating, how healthy it is, what it's doing, even what bird did it. Right?
Which is what the book does.
Exactly. And it's a glove box guide. You just whip it out, you look it up, and you go, I say, it was a woodcock. Look at that, you know, and you look at it and you go, well, it might not have been a woodcock, it might have been something else.
Pigeons are quite common, but I mean, is it sort of, you're looking for the rarer kind of...
Well, there's the rarer wood pigeon, you can see that.
Oh,
that's a typical splutz from the...
It has such a... It's like a hand, isn't it?
It is like a hand.
It's like a hand, yeah.
And I mean, this is very, very much... It's become quite an art form now.
Now, Burton, you come from New Zealand.
I do.
And you're quite an interesting person. I mean, Burton, you've done sort of, for the bird spay, what a number of people have done for twitchers, haven't you? You've sort of been out there and you've collected them and put it in. In fact, perhaps you just show us how... Could you hold that up again? I was just prompting me there. Could you just show us how...
All right, well, you don't actually need to catch them on the window. What we do, a lot of us do, we of the Ornithological Dejecta Society, we go out with a little thing like this. It just opens like that. Right,
oh, my God.
Yes. And you hold it up above your head. You don't hold it out like that because you could get one on your head.
Could you go slowly, because it's a little late and they might find it difficult to follow
Hold
this
it above you and you just get a sense of the bird above you, sneak up to it very carefully, and then you hold this like this, just curl it in, and then you go... And it makes such a terrible sound that the bird, of course, frightened and whipped out of its brain, drops one right on, and you collect it. And you can sort of actually examine it, and you can scrape it off and collect it.
When you're examining it, and there isn't any here, but when you're examining it, what are you looking for exactly?
Well, what you're looking for is you're looking for shape, consistency.
Yes.
You're looking for fluid to solid, you know, ratio, and you're looking for anything unusual. I mean, if a bird has been eating, say, a berry that's perhaps slightly diseased, something like that.
Yeah, that must be exciting.
And it is enormously exciting because these things are rare and they're worth money.
Yeah.
You know, you can actually sell them.
If the viewer wants to get involved in this, what can he or she do?
Well, firstly, you know, perhaps join an Ornithological Dejecta Society.
And are there many of these around the country?
Buy the book, for heaven's sake, buy the book, put it in your glove box, right? When you're driving along the road...
You've got to buy a car as well, though.
Well, or you can buy one of these.
Buy one of these.
Buy one of these, buy a car. Shave your head. Anything.
Yeah, you could do it on the top of a bus, actually, couldn't you? I mean, you could actually go along and do it on top of a bus.
You could do it on top of a bus.
OK, hang on for that for a few moments, because we're going to have a little bit of art now on the show. And if you have any views on this, give us a ring and we'll talk about it a little bit later on. Roland is still fly spotting, and I think the two of you should get together. Now, this is pure theatre. These girls could be in the ballet. They're not. They're the Dream Girls. They are the first ever equivalent to the Chippendales, that sort of thing. I don't want you to think this is at all sexist or anything like that. This is pure art. The music they're going to perform to is from a band that are called Governor Royale. Now, they sent us this piece of music 2 years ago, and this is the first time we thought we could do something with it. They don't have a record deal, so if there's a record company out there that wants to help them out, I'm sure get in touch with us and we'll let you know. So please watch now, for the first time on British television, The Dream Girls.
Stage 1.
A marathon of mind, Xenophon of sound.
You are growing up, I can tell.
Oh, so big. Oh, yes.
Stage 2.
Masturbation.
Unlimited.
Continue.
Use it. Stage 2.
We came with a saxophone of sound.
You just on the rebound.
You always knew it. You always knew it. You always knew sex had a mind of its own.
Stage 3. You submit the judgments.
Stage 3. Stage 3. Stage 3. The saxophone.
Anything further that we don't know about?
Wow. You boys really get your heads down.
Well, as I expected, you didn't really enjoy that, and we've had a lot of stick, I have to tell you. It's okay to have guys doing this on the television, but women, it's not. This is artistic, of course, isn't it?
Of course.
Yes, yes, you would say that, of course.
Of course.
Do you feel you're being exploited in any way, or not?
No, not at all. We
No?
believe in equality.
Equality.
That's right.
Yeah. Yes.
Men can do it, women can do it as well.
Yeah, but I mean, there has been a terrific sort of upsurge. What an awful word, really! An upsurge in male sex sort of. How would you describe them?
Sex what?
Yes, yes. Those sort of blokes who have those
James.
foul bodies that take all their clothes off and do all those nice.
It's a job, isn't it?
It's a job, isn't it? Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Do you recognise this young lady? She's very nice, isn't she? She's appeared in that video, which was
Which
you
video?
forgot the name? Oh no, sorry.
The
I'll
only
move on.
video, the only James.
Was it? Oh, the one with me. Oh, yes, that one.
The only video I'd like to star in,
Yeah.
James, this would be with you.
Now, we
Sorry?
we were actually debating whether or not to let you do your full routine, which you haven't actually done tonight. And we thought, no, we couldn't, because people would find it offensive if you were to take all your clothes off. Like the
We don't
blokes.
take all our clothes off.
No.
We go to bra and knickers.
Sorry, you don't do that?
No.
No. But we thought, well, if the viewer, I don't think the viewers will be very interested, but if they write in their hundreds, we'll invite you back to do a different act. Yes. But you are getting paid for this, are you?
Of course. Yeah.
Yes, and you're
it's a
fully
job.
booked?
We're fully booked. James, we were told you were paying us.
Yes. Did they tell you that?
They told us that, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well,
Shall we sort that after
my
the
dressing
show?
room's down the end of the corridor.
Right.
I'll pay you afterwards. Okay.
Thank you.
We're going to see a little more of you later, are we?
Certainly am.
Oh, good. Right. Well, give them a nice round of applause. The Dream Girls. Thank you. Now, we'll go this way. Now, the fact is that, of course, it's not... Oh, it's just a little push around there. Are you all right? OK, good, fantastic. Where did Roland get... Roland, where are you? Is he busy?
That's all right, I'm here.
Where? Oh, it's all right, Roland. I thought... Had you got that one or not?
False alarm, false alarm.
Yeah? No good?
False alarm. I thought there was a fly just down the road there.
Oh, OK.
Just down a piece.
Suzi, you must be feeling a little lost and wondering what on earth is going on, but as a member of the rock and roll fraternity, I mean, you've been there where it's all happened, and you've seen it all before, haven't you?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Have you ever been shocked?
Have I ever been shocked?
As talking to Anne earlier, we were talking about her book and about the fact that she's bonked her way across the world. What was it the News of the World called you?
They called me the Randy Granny.
How could they do that?
How could they not read the book and
but
I mean, how could they not call me that?
We've just been talking about it. We've just had the most marvellous discussion on sex in there.
Yeah.
They have.
Have they?
Yes,
you were eavesdropping.
We were objecting to the double...
We were objecting to the double standard. Absolutely. And that will never change.
If a man bonks his way around the world, has a wonderful time, everybody says, what a lad. But if
what an airline pilot.
Exactly.
Yes.
If a woman does it, they say, what a whore.
Yeah, and that's not right.
No.
And but weren't you, I mean, when you were doing this, it was a few years ago. Or, do you still bonk or not?
I wanted to know that too.
Do you?
I'm resting this week.
Oh, fine.
But you did turn up with some very young men, I noticed that.
Five. Yes,
Five young men.
Five very young men.
You noticed, yeah.
Yes, one of them is actually my legal grandson.
Well, yeah. Oh, thank you very much indeed. That's fine. It's a building their pie.
Bend over, crack a smile, darling.
No wonder.
There is too much there's too much competition in this show.
I don't know about that. I can be quite sexy with my clothes on, actually.
Yes, you can.
More on, less off.
Yes.
More on, less off. Can we get back to that? I mean, you're
we're
not...
going back to the fact.
Yeah.
On account of... For two things. On account of AIDS, safe sex is really such a bore, and I'm sorry for young people. They've never known the total abandon and relaxation that we have.
You can't do it now.
We had. You really can't.
Tried shagging the safe.
So, that is a strange combination, my boy.
Don't you think safe sex is a bore?
So, I mean,
also,
go on.
Men my age want young girls. They want the dream girls.
They want the dream girls, yes.
And I don't blame them. So, let's say the offers are not quite as many as they used to be.
But the memories are much better, aren't they?
What, than the real thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no. I think you've got. You've got a lot more memories. You've got a lot more things to draw on. And you sit quiet with a cup of tea, come 5 o'clock.
Do you think you'd like to fly, Spot?
73 years of experience.
Exactly. And how dream girls put all of them together? What is about sort of they're 12 or something like that.
Oh dear.
I beg your pardon.
Let's take a few calls on this fascinating subject tonight. Let's talk to David, who's in Exeter. Hello, David.
Hi there, James.
Yes, David.
Could I speak through to Roland, please?
I wish you'd carry on, David, yes.
OK, I'd like to say a quick hello to Suzi en route. I happened to ring through last time you were on the show, Suzi, so hello to you.
That's very nice indeed. Thank you very much indeed for what must be the most boring phone call I've had this evening.
And Suzi's agent.
And Suzi's agent.
Exactly.
Clive, by the miracle of modern science, we'll pop over the Irish Sea to Northern Ireland. What part, Clive?
Groomsport.
Where?
Groomsport, outside Bangor.
Oh, you've got quite a few flies there outside Bangor, haven't you?
Yeah.
Have you been fly spotting?
No.
Well, I should have... Roland hasn't had a chance to mention this, but he's been ringing blue bottles.
I catch them, I ring them, and I trace them. I track them around the world.
Right.
It's a complete waste of time.
James.
It's a nightmare.
Yes, Clive.
James, what I was phoning up about was about girls, you know, at 16. I think, you know, they should go up to 18, you know, for sex.
Oh, you're a whatter?
You know about sex.
Well, I'm beginning to learn from Anne and her book, actually. I didn't before that, but I'm beginning to, yes.
And it should be brought up to 18 instead of 16.
You think that the age of consent is too low?
Yes.
I think you're absolutely right, Clive, and I mean, I don't think people should be... When did you first do it, Anne?
Can we define it?
Well, OK. When did you first...
Go around the world?
Yes, go around the world. Yes.
That's naughty.
I was raped by a stormtrooper in Germany when I was 17.
Yeah, it's funny. I would imagine you'd have to...
And that didn't put you off being raped?
No, not at all.
No? Did he have black boots on and all the business or not?
He did have black boots, but he had taken them off for the occasion.
Yes. I mean, seriously, that must have been quite frightening, though. I mean, we're laughing.
It wasn't.
It wasn't?
No. I mean, gang rape or rape by total strangers just for violence is one thing. A man who just gets carried away is something else.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think we should appreciate that, and women don't. Here we spend our lives dressing up, looking sexy, doing what we can, sitting in positions, all that business. God, I've done 73 years of it. And so occasionally somebody's going to lose their head and pounce on you. Whether you want it or not. And I think women should appreciate that. And all this business about sexual harassment, girls, you are going to miss it when it isn't there.
Yeah, well, there we are. You have your, thank you, Clyde. Alison from Edinburgh. That bloody fly is around here.
I know,
Alison.
Yeah, hello, James.
Hi.
I watched Mary Whitehouse tonight on the television, a phone-in show, and she was really patronising to everybody. She hung
I didn't know she was still going. I'm surprised she could get out of the house. I thought she would, Now, Mary Whitehouse and you, I would like to get together on the same show.
That's
what I wanted to say.
I admire her a great deal, Mary Whitehouse. I think she's doing her thing in the way she should. And I think I'm doing my thing the way I should.
Alison, what do you think of Anne? I mean, are you amazed at Anne sort of coming out with these stories about how she used to be? Until fairly recently, I have to tell you.
I think it's good that older people have a sex life, and I think that Mary Whitehouse and people like her should be made to sit in a chair in your studio where they can't run away from the questions and the arguments, and they can't hang up the phone on callers.
Good one. Thank you very much indeed, Alison. I mean, I think actually the interesting point is that you're never going to stop, are you? You're never going to stop people having sex until you get, I suppose.
I think that elderly people should have fun and should go on till the end of time enjoying themselves in every possible way.
Well, some of those possible ways we'll find out more about in a few moments. We're going to take a break.
Oh, my God, what are you going to do?
Well, I thought we'd find out while the commercial's on. We could sort of, you know, I'm sorry about this, Roland, but you're just going to have to grin and bear it, really. Can we go to a break and come back in a few minutes? Because I feel I can't contain myself much longer, actually.
What a link.
With flared nostrils and flowing mane, the mighty horse gallops into the forest. Strong, noble, free.
Nay, where are my oats? Where is my straw?
Your oats are ready, the straw is warm, and my stable door is open. Come here, you big stallion.
Yes, here we are, back up in the office now, over here tonight, and it's all going busy. It's all, if you're phoning in, you see, it's all happening here. There's all those little lights, no, they're ones on air, and there's all those little lights coming in. As we speak, Britain's only late-night live TV show. I don't think there's anything else going out at this time of night that is live. Now, Wales Mail. Thank you for all the letters. We need lots more coming in. If you have a couple of weeks' time, I'll just mention this before we get into it. We're doing a programme on therapy, and we have a sex therapist in the studio. And if you do have, I mean, I know most of the audience tonight have, down there, sexual problems. If you have any sort of problems you think a sex therapist may be able to help with, put them down and send them to us. We'll give you the address in a few minutes. You see, this is rather nice. I'm going to give this away as a prize tonight. If it... That's, can you see that? We get a shot, that's in a can, and for people who wish to fly spot, this is actually very, very good. You can buy it in a can, and it attracts flies. And it doesn't smell. Now, last week's show, Tony of Leeds wrote in, and he thought the Creep show in the background, those were most of the audience, sorry about that downstairs, were brilliant, and wants to know who they were. Well, they were, in fact, the Screaming Blue Murder Theatre Company, right? The Screaming Blue Murder Theatre Company, performing in a new musical, which is called The House of Dracula, premiered in Leeds, up here in Yorkshire, next week. Jan from Manchester said, take no notice of the viewer who told you you packed too much in. It's more interesting with more things going on all the time. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, you've got to turn around and show it to the camera? That's it. Very good. And don't forget, of course, the condoms. You can make all sorts of pretty things with that. N. Burton of Manchester said, of crop circles, re the theory of them being made by plops. Do you remember? We were discussing that, and apparently they're made by aircraft or unidentified flying... I know where it is. Unidentified flying objects. Anyway, those are plops, and apparently you can make corn circles if you eat these first, and then, well, leave it to your own mind. We'll give those away as well. Plops. Disgusting. John of Dundee, thank you, John, wrote about shell suits. Now, this is interesting. You may remember I had a little bit of a tirade last week and said, I think anybody wearing shell suits should be sent away from this country. You only get really ugly people wearing shell suits. Excuse me, the audience is over here. Can we have a quick look, see if there's anybody in? What? You would?
I only bought it because my husband said he absolutely hates shell suits, so I went out and bought one with the lime green stripe.
Okay, well, you listen to this, Susie. John of Dundee wrote about shell suits. The most satisfying aspect of the shell suit is its compatibility with a quick shag. No more peeling off tight jeans or fumbling with umpteen rows of blouse buttons. Just a quick zip or two and you are away. Next week, I hope to have a shell suit from the new English football team squad, and I'm going to set it on fire, burn it, get rid of it. Shell suits are the piss. Next week, Happy Hour. That'll be an interesting programme. We've also got Hurricane Higgins on the show live next week, and we'll be talking about alcohol and surfing live in the studio. But thank you for the letters. The address coming up too. Last week's competition for the Gary Glitter book. There we are. That's the one. Wales Mail, Yorkshire Television, Leeds, LS3, 1JS. And I got a winner in here. You know how I always like it when you do a competition to make it very, very sort of fair. This is the winner, because I like the card, all right? Gary Glitter. 1972, Rock and Roll Part 1 and 2 were a hit. He's absolutely right. Graham Todd from Sheffield wins that. He wins the Glitter book. This week, we're going to give away this T-shirt, which is called, what is it? Oh, it's the Kiss of the Gypsies T-shirt, and the Plops, and this Make Your Own Dog Turd stuff. You can have that if you can write in and tell me what the question should be. The best question for a competition gets that, OK? Fantastic. Now, video. Video, that's right, yes, video. We're going to take... That's horrible, that, isn't it? We're going to take a break and some music from Glass Tiger and My Town. Glass Tiger and My Town, welcome back. Now, Anne, we're talking to Anne, is she's the sexy granny, of course, but has had a varied and expansive sex life. And you also ate locusts. I'm not really sure what that has to do with sex. So you did roast locusts, is that right?
Yes, no, it doesn't have anything to do with sex. I happened to find myself in the desert and there wasn't much else to eat. I went down to see the Blue Men of Goulimie.
You went down to see the Blue Men?
Yes, a very fascinating Tuareg tribe in the Sahara.
What is Quatro holding up here? What is this?
Absolutely beautiful.
Look, Quatro is holding up my topless. Yeah. There are not many ladies who agree to be. There are not many ladies who agree to be topless at 65.
Well, good for you.
I was 65 and I agreed to be photographed topless.
Yeah, a round of applause for that. Yeah. Okay, listen, we like to bring new talent to television, this programme. I like to give new talent a helping hand. And we have a little spot called Famous for 15 Seconds. Nick, are you there? You're there, are you?
Yes.
OK, now Nick apparently can do a whole movie in 15 seconds for us, apparently, I'm told. Is that right?
That's right. Well,
okay.
On tonight's theme, with sex and things, we thought we'd do Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman. The whole movie, Pretty Woman, fits into the sort of genre of sex. And
That's right.
Can we have the graphics up on the screen, please? Famous 15 seconds. Can we get that on the screen now? Or not? There we are. Are you ready, Nick?
We're ready.
Go.
Oi, Julia Roberts, fancy a shag? Yes, Richard, of course I would. All right, then. Get your kit off. Lovely! That'll be $3,000, please! Oh, well worth it.
Very sad. I think that was a pretty sad thing, really. I mean,
They sound like flight spotters.
They do?
They do, don't they?
Yeah, I suppose you do you, Nick?
What's that?
Fly spot.
Hey,
yeah, he does. You're absolutely right. I could tell that.
Probably these kind of flies, I should think.
Yes. Yeah. Burton, we're very lucky to have you here because there are very few... what is the technical term for a bird?
Ornithological dejector collectors.
Ornithological dejector collector.
Is that bird shit?
Yeah, yes, bird shit. Yes. Yeah. And we do want people to send it in. If they scrape it off, you want to see it.
Use a credit card. You just loosen it with a bit of oil or a bit of water and just slide it off.
And where should they send it?
Well, they should send it to here at the James Whale Show, and you can send it on to
and you'll interview it.
Absolutely, yeah.
You'll be knee-deep in shit by next
Absolutely.
Yeah. You have to know that it has an amazing... It's fascinating, but in this book, in fact, on the Canada goose, this is amazing. The Canada goose, just quite by chance, if you smell this, you smell that.
I've eaten tonight.
The paper that this is made on, it smells exactly the same as the Canada goose splay. It's true. It is actually true. Very exciting.
Nice.
What did I say about
Is that what turns you on?
Well, it doesn't turn me on. It excites me.
No, this is the.
There you have it, folks.
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk to John from Harrogate. Hello, John. Are you there, John? Dave from Rugby. Hello, Dave.
Hello?
Yes, Dave.
Hello.
Speak.
Am I on?
You're on.
I'm on. Fantastic. Hello, James.
Hello, Dave.
Hi, I'm from Hull.
Are you?
Yeah, great
We've all got
subject.
problems.
What about the rock and roll?
Fantastic. Right, okay. Valerie from Berkshire.
I think that was a booking agent
Yes,
asking about the rock and roll.
Yes. It's John next, is it? Okay, John next. There we are. Hello, John.
James. Hello, James.
Yes, John.
I'm just amazed, James, at Anne's flippant attitude. I can't believe that in this day and age with the AIDS thing, that Anne can sit there and say that, OK, she's got gonorrhea and it was worth it.
Well, she hasn't got it now, actually.
No,
we checked that out before we invited her on the show.
But she had gonorrhea and it was worth it.
Yeah.
The fact that safe sex is boring and that women that dress up should expect to be raped, I think that's just totally disgusting.
I don't think that Anne said women who dressed up should expect to be raped. In fact, she didn't say that at all. If you were listening, unfortunately, you weren't listening. Your own prejudices were clouding your mind. But it is a very good point he makes about the... perhaps you are encouraging people to be frivolous and too permissive with this book.
Not at all. I'm not advocating that anybody should lead my life. We all lead our own lives, the lives to which we are suitable, to which our energies...
Time and place.
Our energies and talents take us. I did what I thought was right for me.
Would you do it if you were starting over again now?
Well, the AIDS business, as I said before, is very sad. You do exactly the same. You would just be more careful.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe she's right. She probably would do exactly the same. I'd be more careful.
Okay, let me take one more call. Can I take one more call, do you think? Let's just or not? No? Oh, that's a shame. I wanted to take one more call. I'll take it. Dave from Rugby or Valerie from Berkshire? Hello.
That's my cab.
Yes, Dave.
Hi.
Hi.
I'd just like to have a quick word with Susie to tell you that Dave, Mick, Andy and Paul from Rugby all love you a lot.
Thank you very much indeed. That was very nice. Did you understand that? No? Okay. That's it, unfortunately. Thank you very much indeed. That's the end of the show. We're going to be back next weekend live from Leeds on Friday night. In the meantime, keep learners coming in. Remember, next week we have got Hurricane Higgins will be surfing in the studio, and we've got Kiss of the Gypsy to play us out.